Yo guys, it's me Matrix here, bringing you a second challenge of the Ace Gym Challenge, hosted by the Ruby Isles server. We managed to win last time versus Curry. This week, today we are challenging Saso, I'm going to pronounce it Saso, in the Dreaming City, which is the type specialist of Fairy and Psychic with their ace Pokemon Gardevoir. As described in the last video, if you guys check it out, it's basically they have a certain type specialty of their mons. They can only Dynamax their ace, which is in this case the Gardevoir. And yeah, so we'll be facing off against Saso and their Psychic and Fairy types. Going to just use lots of people. Just setting up now. He is Sasori, I think his Discord name is. I hope I got that right. I don't want to. I'll just say they from now on. They're just getting themselves ready. Whilst I'm waiting for them to set up their stream, we can flick through what I'm planned to bring. So yesterday we saw I brought the Gastro, Haxorus, Indeedee, Mamoswine, Azumarill, and Riolu. I never actually used the last two. Haxorus went really strong in. Not going as prep this time, even though last time was even like really unprep. I'm deciding to bring Center Scorch, G-Max. Nothing too fancy. Fire Lash, Leech Life, Knockoff, Brutal Swing. Protect might have been nice here, I don't know, but I kind of just like the fact that Brutal Swing can also activate a certain mon in the back. We have Roselia Berry, Grimmsnarl, because it is a fairy gym. We do have Light Screen and Spirit Break because most of the time fairies and psychic types, especially the non-legendary ones, they're usually weak to. They're usually special. So we're doing Grimmsnarl as like a special buffer. And we've got Ice Punch on there for something like Togekiss or something, just because Togekiss can be really annoying. And Sucker Punch is here for the psychic types, except for in the case of where there's psychic terrain. However, this Grimmsnarl is G-Max, the G-Max variant, so I can go for things like G-Max Snooze, which could be really disruptive if I wanted. It does have a bit of attack investment, nothing too fancy though. We have got Metagross, the Fairy Killer. I do expect the fairies to be running some fire-type moves, so I don't fully trust this Metagross to always survive, which is why we've got Grimmsnarl with Light Screen and Sucker Punch to activate the weakness policy on my Metagross. Sucker Punch doesn't do overly too much damage to me, and Brutal Swing with Center Scorch, because Center Scorch just outspeeds my Metagross by 1 point, just so I can go for the Brutal Swing. Bit slow, I understand. We got Iron Head and Bullet Punch and Stomp and Tantrum. Nothing too much for the Psychic types other than Brutal Swing. The only reason why we got Brutal Swing on here is because if they do decide to bring something like Bronzong, or I literally cannot hit it at all. So I wanted something to be able to hit Bronzong with. So we were going for like a mini Max Darkness, and you know, it's not going to be massive damage, but it's the only Dark type, only coverage move I get. But hopefully a +2 Max Darkness could do some sort of damage there. We got Boltund coming with us with the Focus Sash competitive, especially for any stat drops and stuff like from Mystical Fire and things like that. Fairies are quite disruptive, aren't they? So we got Thunderbolt, Earring Impulse again for the special attackers. We've got Howl to boost the speed attack of like Metagross or Center Scorch, and Nuzzle because you can nuzzle into stuff like Mimikyu, break this Disguise, and then hit them with like a Max Steel Spike or something. Nice disruptive mon. We've got Alakazam, Shadow Ball, Trick Room, Speed Swap, Expanding Force. This is a bit of a speed control mon here. Speed swap into my slow mons like Metagross and that, or can speed swap the opposing Trick Room mon. Trick Room just to reverse if I need to. Shadow Ball to hit the Psychic types of it with an Expanding Force in case they bring like Indeedee with Psychic Terrain. The only thing I can't hit with this is Indeedee though, so it's not going to be doing too much to an Indeedee. But that's fine. We've got this running with a Inner Focus, so it can't be faked out, just in case he brings like Grimmsnarl and fakes me out. So, and then Dusknoir, which I'm bringing Darkest Lariat with Poltergeist so that I can actually hit Indeedee with, if it does decide to come. Helping Hand and Trick Room again. Just a nice mon here to hopefully dissuade a potential Trick Room mode from the opponent. Okay. yeah, I am here. Let's get this going. So, I'm already connected to the internet. Let's have a look. All right, 27272727. I see. 27272727. And obviously the opponent can only max Gardevoir, and Gardevoir's only coverage that I can think of that could be annoying for my max mons is Max Flare and Max Phantasm. At least that's off the top of my head. Which again is why I like the idea of bringing Max Sensor Scorch, even though I've got no stab against it. It's actually Psychic Fairy is actually annoying because, on one hand, you want to be able to stop expanding force spam and stuff like that from the opponent, and yeah, I could go for like wide guard and stuff like that, but that's a bit boring. But on the other hand, you can also stop it with like dark type mons. But then on the other hand, if they have a load of fairy types, they can just stop that as well, and that's really it's quite frustrating to be fair. So that's why we're running Grimmsnarl with Roselia Berry and Cassie Berry on Alakazam for the ghost type coverage of his psychic mons. I don't think many psychical fairy types get rock type moves. Obviously Metagross does, so that's another thing I've got to be aware of, is opposing Metagross, which again is why we bring Sensor Scorch. So I do have to be careful of like rock slides and stuff, but Sensor Scorch should be able to take like a rock slide. I'm not overly worried, as long as it's maxed. But Psychic is a really good type. It's passed along to a lot of mons. So, but again, my Metagross should be able to take on that. The only other annoying thing is the amount of disruption this team could have. Like, there's 2 Prankster mons in Klefki and, well, 3. There's Meowstic, there's Klefki, there's Grimmsnarl for Prankster disruption. There is... I'm connecting to that. Yeah. So that's for the Prankster disruption. There's a lot of Follow Me mons, which honestly are super annoying to deal with. Maybe could have been better bringing a special steel type with like Steel Beam to just one-shot them, but it's one of those. Poison types would have been good coverage for me as well, but it's boring just bringing all super effective mons against a gym. Plus, Poison's weak to Psychic, so I didn't really want to be bringing anything because that's weak to Expanding Force. But in the meantime, we'll cut back when we've actually connected up. I'll catch you in a bit, guys. And we're back. Here we are. Okay, let's try this, shall we? Series 9. Let's have a bit of fun with this. Here I get to use some mons I've never used before as well, like Alakazam, which I think could be fun. If I decide to bring it. Klefki, Indeedee, we've got a Trick Room mode here, and that's fine. I really like the Alakazam for Speed Swap, honestly. And preventing Trick Room. But obviously I can't hit Indeedee very well, so he is free to do that. I think I'm just going to go Alakazam Metagross to begin with. He's got less fairies than I'd like, so Steel's not doing too much here. Gardevoir's obviously a mon that's got to be to worry about. Dusknoir can come in the back. Does he have any rock coverage? Maybe Ancient Power? I got Ice Punch and Grimmsnarl for stuff like Claydol. I'm gonna bring Grimmsnarl back. Let's have some fun. Ooh. So you can't go Misty Explosion Gardevoir. That's something to note as well. Oh yeah. Good luck, have fun. Where is it? Where is it? So he's led Klefki and that mon. Alright, dude, I can't find it. There we go. So Claydol and Klefki's been led. I don't want to inherently max Quake because I'm worried about Ally Switch. Like, Ally Switch is super annoying. No one wants to deal with Ally Switch. So I'm not going to just go for it. I am going to just Shadow Ball into the Claydol. And let's go for an Iron Head into the Claydol. He's probably going to... yeah, so Reflect comes up. That's fine. We could get the flinch. I didn't want to just go for a... Oh, what was I going to say? This ain't coming. Yeah. Oh, so it's Calm Mind Claydol. Interesting. That's okay. That's okay. Maybe it has stored power or something. Leftovers. That's okay. I don't need the speed here, so I don't need to go for speed swap. Let's hit that with a Claydol. It could have Thunder Wave, which would be super annoying. I think I can deal with Klefki afterwards. If I can get rid of this thing. And if he switches in Indeedee, then at least it's some damage. Could have brought Break on something, I suppose. I did consider Defog, actually. Okay, at least that's Claydol out of the way. And this Iron Head hits for neutral on Klefki. I don't see a reason why I needed a max off the back. It's quite a passive lead. Okay. Hello, Mimikyu. Don't know what you want to do. But do I... Who's going to do more damage? That's the question. Like, could go for a Bullet Punch here into the Mimikyu. But he has to have Gardevoir in the back. Which I think I can deal with a max, so... Let's go for an Iron Head into the Mimikyu slot. There's no way he protects here. There's just no need. So yeah. Maybe a Bullet Punch would have been nicer there, but I don't think with Light Screen it would have done anything. Okay, so I am faster, or he's Trick Room. Flinched. Okay, so it wasn't foul play. I'm glad I'm into the Alakazam. Interesting choice. So I do just Shadow Ball the Mimikyu, and I think I can just go for a Stomping Tantrum into the Klefki. He could go for Shadow Sneak, but I am Concede Berry, so I'm not overly worried. Yeah. Shadow Ball gets the KO here. And the fact that Klefki's revealed 3 of its moves and not one of them's been Thunder Wave yet is reassuring for me. Nice. Foul play. Into Alakazam. Gets the KO. I still feel like I didn't need to go for like a Trick Room there, so I'm alright with that. We bring Grimmsnarl out and we get Light Screen up. And a Max Quake into the Klefki. Ooh, Prankster. Interesting. So it is Trace. But he's kind of forced to have to max here anyway, so yeah, let's go for that. So Gardevoir's slower than me? Or is he going for a Prankster Hypnosis or something? Like, he can't hit Grimmsnarl now with a Prankster move, which is nice. With a status move. Wow. So my Metagross is faster than his Gardevoir, which means he does have a more Trick Room focused team planned. That could be pretty good for me, actually. I wonder what this Gardevoir's got. Maybe Weakness Policy. I don't know. We get Light Screen up because I'm not taking a Max Flare from this thing. Thunder Wave. Yeah. So it has got Thunder Wave. Roselia Berry. I wish you'd done the Thunder Wave after that. Yeah, Grimmsnarl. We are prepped for that. Well, I say prepped. I'm just specially bulky with Light Screen with a berry to reduce the damage. Metagross is paralyzed. Fantastic. Not what I wanted to see there, honestly. Is my Metagross fast? Is my Grimmsnarl faster than my Metagross? Because if that's the case, then I should be able to go for a... No, I'm not. I'm going to Spirit Punch Gardevoir anyway. And I'm going to go for that Spirit Break even. I really could have done with that Max Quake there. And Klefki is able to do foul play stuff, but we'll see. So at least I drop its special attack on Gardevoir, which is nice. Yeah, there's the Max Flare. Oh, into Grimmsnarl. Okay, I see what he's trying to do. Set the sun so he can do more damage the following turn, or he expected a Max Guard. Thank you, Grimmsnarl. Come on. Metagross is paralyzed 2 turns in a row. Come on. We're Spirit Breaking you anyway. We can always Bullet Punch the Gardevoir afterwards. So stop you from doing too much damage. You will probably KO me with a Starfall. I don't think it'll KO me through screens. Nah. A crit would KO though. He does activate the Weakness Policy, but 3 turns at the power. Oh god, please, please let me hit you. Please let me hit you. Thank you so much. Klefki wasn't an issue until he got that one Thunder Wave off. And I think Grimmsnarl can take it from here, which is nice. Might have to just bring Center Scorch up front next game. Metagross is paralyzed, of course it is. Of course it is. We get Spirit Break off anyway. Should maybe 2-shot this Gardevoir. Yeah. Okay, the Reflect's 1 off, so this should KO. Hey, so we move twice out of 5 turns with Metagross. What could have been a nice, easier win was definitely drawn out thanks to that one Thunder Wave. That was a really beneficial Thunder Wave. GG's game 1. And we are on to game 2. So I think Sense Scorch could be good. I don't... Does ground resist bug? No, bug resists ground. Like, I like Alakazam in the back because it's going to be able to outspeed, and Metagross in the back as well, just to stop me from being too big of an issue. The only problem with Grimmsnarl's Sense Scorch is that I can't stop the Trick Room this way. But I can with Alakazam still up front. So I think I'll still do that. Bring Metagross in the back this time. And I really like Grimmsnarl there in that match, so... Dusknoir never got to see the field, but that's fine. Dusknoir was always going to be in a bad position versus that Gardevoir. I only got to see 2 moves, Mystical Fire and probably Moonblast. But he now knows I'm both Kasib and Roselia Berry and Weakness Policy, so he knows 3 of my items. Indeedee and Mimikyu. Yeah, like, I kind of expected a sort of Trick Room mode here. We can easily go for a knockoff. Might be good against the Mimikyu. I don't think I need to go for a Shadow Ball here, but well, honestly, I think I reverse the Trick Room. I don't think he goes for it, so let's go for a knockoff. I'm going to reverse the Trick Room. Oh, maybe he doesn't. If I've just set Trick Room, that'd be hilarious. Mimikyu, don't you dare move. Mimikyu, don't you dare move. Yeah, special attack drop, that's fine. Ah, nice, I reversed the Trick Room. Okay. So we got an extra turn. Okay, at least I've broken the disguise. Gonna go for a Leech Life into you. And let's go for a... Expanding Force won't do too much. Let's bring out Metagross. I'm kind of expecting to max Sense Scorch anyway this game. Yeah, I didn't expect him to go for... Oh, Psychic Terrain. You forgot about his own Psychic Terrain. Big damage, but... Big damage. Focus Sash. Oh, I really can as well. I can just go for a Brutal Swing here. And an Iron Head into the Mimikyu. I don't even need to max it. Decent damage from my own Metagross, but that's fine. Ooh, critically Indeedee made no difference. Indeedee goes down. I'm still expecting to max Sense Scorch, to be honest. Because if I'm faster than... Yeah, like he's got to be negative speed. Klefki is super annoying, I'm not going to lie. But he can only Thunder Wave one of these two. Metagross being faster, I can just go for a steel, like a steel move into the Gardevoir, I think. And I'm going to max Scorch. I don't expect to live this. He probably does KO me. Like he'd probably go to the Thunder Wave into the Metagross. Like that's what I'd do if I was him. Or he goes for Reflect, but I don't know if he wants to risk that. I don't think a Max Flare KOs either, so like... But if I go for the G-Max Centinferno, then I should do enough damage to the point where... Like, he has to choose. He can't risk Iron Head Max Steel Spike going off here. Even through Reflect, I don't think he can. And then I've got Grimmsnarl in the back as well, which means that he can't be hit by Thunder Waves. Which means I can just Spirit Break again. Gardevoir comes up and out. Okay, so he does just go for Reflect, which means I am moving first. I don't know if that was the best move. It will allow him to live this. But then I think this Centinferno allows me to just pick up the KO, and Iron Head's going to do big damage. Yeah. Oh, is that Weakness Policy Gardevoir? So it is Weakness Policy Gardevoir. That's actually really interesting. But he's only got 2 turns to live anyway. Because I've just got the Center Scorches move. Which, yeah, like another turn will KO that. Fire Spin, one more turn will KO that. So I just bring out Grimmsnarl because, well, Grimmsnarl can. And he can't Thunder Wave Grimmsnarl here. So it's pretty much it, to be honest. It's just a G-Max Center into Klefki, and I can Sucker Punch here, but like Psychic Terrain's up, so and we don't want to throw. So from here, it's just a quick Spirit Break into Gardevoir, and that should be game. KO's the Klefki. He was obviously going for a foul play. And then Spirit Break on the Gardevoir. KOs. I'm kind of surprised he didn't go for the Thunder Wave into the Metagross, to be honest, because if I'd got that attack off onto him, then it would have just straight up KO'd. Even through Reflect. GG's. We take on and beat the Fairy Psychic type gym leader. GG's to Sasori, and of the Dreaming City with his ace Gardevoir. Real good game. Really enjoying this gym challenge at the moment. It's been really fun to just come up with different mons that I'd usually use. Some mons I'm more familiar with, and no, I'm really enjoying it. Check it out if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.